True wealth is built gradually over time. Okay, this generation needs to learn that. True wealth is built gradually over time. Even inherited wealth is built over time by somebody else. All right, and if you don't share their value, you will soon lose your inheritance. And that's what happens to a lot of people that win lotteries. It's been discovered in a short while, they go back to the same place they were. All right, I told them about 4 stories of people who won lotteries and got into trouble because they won lottery. I'm not sure I'll be able to go over that anymore. All right, see, but true wealth is built gradually over time. Proverbs 13 and verse 11, it says, dishonest money dwindles away, but he who gathers money little by little makes it grow. In this generation, we have to get rid of greed. We have to get rid of that desire to make it quick. Okay? We complain about those in Abuja. I'm not afraid of those in Abuja. My fear is from this generation coming after them. Even if it is by 60 or 70, we will still be the leaders of the future. Amen. See, but this crop of people who don't want to wait, this crop of people who want it now and who are willing to do anything. I saw the picture online of a young man that suffocated because he was digging a grave to cut the head of the dead body. So he dug a hole beside, because they've concreted the surface. So he dug the hole by the side, and then his lower body, upper body, okay, pushed into, and he couldn't come out, and he was alone. So he suffocated and died. Why? Why would a person not be sleeping at night? Because somebody has sold a lie to you that there is another way you can do that will get you there faster. Okay? It has been said that there is no shortcut to any place worth going. There is no shortcut to it. My father will say it like this in his lifetime. He will say the shortcut is a straight line. He said the shortest cut is a straight line. And you need to understand, if you are going to live in true wealth, you must be willing to build it gradually over time. Secondly, I said to them on Wednesday, I said hard work is not a curse. Hard work is not a curse. It's always been part of the plan. Genesis 26, we love to quote it, verse 12. Isaac sowed in that land, and in the same year got 100-fold return because the Lord blessed him. Hold it a minute. Before God moved, the Bible said Isaac sowed in that land. Let me explain to you what Isaac did. Isaac took of his money and bought a land because he was not living there. He didn't have property there before. So when everybody was saying there was famine and things were not working, he bought land. And then Isaac went to the farm and he plowed it. And then Isaac took his money and bought seed. And then Isaac planted the seed and watered it and weeded and waited before God moved. Amen. So when we just, we read it in a hurry. Oh, why is it planted in Allah? Oh, this year 2014 is my year of harvest. Listen, like Pastor Femi taught us last week, don't just have faith for outcomes. You've got to put your faith in your input. Are you with me this morning? You've got to put your faith in the input. The Bible said from the day after the children of Israel ate of fruit in the promised land, manna ceased. In other words, whatever you get from God without working for it is God's welfare system. And the purpose of welfare is to help you stay alive till you start earning money. I said it to them on Wednesday, and I'm going to say it again. It is irresponsible to live on miracles. Irresponsible. Manna was God's welfare system. The moment they got to the land of promise, God said, now you've got to walk, you've got to plant, you've got to wait, you've got to harvest and process what you harvest before you can eat. And you will notice manna was for how many days? 24 hours. You will never enter abundance on miracles. Oh, when Jesus saw the hungry, he gave them food to eat. How many days? 1 meal. And so God, the reason why he gave them food was not because it was his purpose to give them food. He gave them food because they had stayed for some time. There was nowhere to buy food and it was too late to go home. That is not a normal life. So don't be the kind of person that would always pray to God every time you have a need. Now listen to this. It's okay if you find yourself in a bind to release your faith and then God will rescue you. Don't make it a lifestyle. So Elisha said to the woman, what do you have in the house? Nothing. That's the mindset of the average person. I don't have anything. If I had anything, I wouldn't have come to you for help. But what did he say? But there must be something. He said, oh, we'll just have some little oil. He said, go pour. Now he said to her essentially, go sell, pay your debts, you and your sons live on. In other words, don't come back here. Don't come back. Don't think this would always be there. Most of the people that say God has failed me, God did not come through for me, are people who abuse the principles of God. Say to your neighbor for me one more time, hard work is not a curse. Let's read from the book of Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 4. I'll just run through these scriptures. I gave them about 5 or 6 on Wednesday. I'm going to give you 3 this morning. Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 4 says, lazy hands make a man poor, but diligent hands bring wealth. Lazy hands make a man poor, but diligent hands bring wealth. Proverbs 14 and 23. Proverbs 14 and 23 says, all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. In other words, it's not enough to keep talking about it. Have you met people like that before? They always have a plan. They always have an idea. Listen, I'm going to teach a series in the next month on producing results. And one of the principles is that good intentions is not good enough. You've got to do something about your plans. Listen to this. One of the reasons why a lot of people don't get help is because people look at you and they can't see what you are doing. You are forever waiting for somebody to help you. No, you've got to get up and start doing something. All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Proverbs 21 and verse 5, finally on this point. It says, the plans of the diligent. I want you to look at those two things. He's not only diligent, he has a plan. If you are going to enter your harvest in 2014, you've got to have a plan that you are working diligently. The plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty. The plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely, stop there. The plans of the diligent leads to profit surely. He's only comparing it with something else, but it is sure that if you have a plan and you work it diligently, you will get a profit. It says, but on the other hand, it's as sure as if you are hasty about it and you are looking for get rich quick schemes. It says it will what? It will lead to poverty.